It is the largest country on Earth. It spans 11 time zones. It covers 1/8 of the entire planet's landmass and holds secrets buried beneath ice, mountains, and centuries of silence. You think you know Russia? You don't. Because behind the headlines, beyond the politics, underneath the frozen soil of Siberia, lies a world so strange, so powerful, so hidden, that even most Russians don't fully understand it. Today, we pull back the curtain, from its mind-bending geography to its nuclear shadow that still haunts the world. This is Russia, the version they never taught you. Stay with us, because what you're about to learn will completely change how you see this nation. Except nothing about Russia is basic. Russia covers 17.1 million square kilometers. That is bigger than the entire surface of Pluto. It is larger than the continent of South America. If you got in a car and drove across Russia from west to east at highway speed, non-stop, 24 hours a day, it would take you over 11 days just to reach the other side. 11 days, driving, without stopping. But here's what the maps don't tell you. Hidden fact number 1. Russia has a secret inside a secret. Deep in Siberia, there is a lake called Baikal. On a map, it looks like just another body of water, a long blue stripe cutting through the wilderness. But Lake Baikal is not like other lakes. Baikal holds approximately 23% of the world's entire surface freshwater. Not the region, not the continent, the world. Think about that for a moment. Every river, every lake, every reservoir on the face of the earth, combined. Lake Baikal alone holds nearly a quarter of all of it. If every freshwater river on Earth stopped flowing tomorrow, if every source dried up overnight, Lake Baikal alone could supply all of humanity with drinking water for nearly 40 years. And it goes deeper than that, literally, on the planet, plunging 1,642 meters straight down. The bottom of Baikal touches the Earth's crust in ways that scientists are still studying. Some researchers now believe the lake is slowly, over millions of years, becoming an ocean. A geological split in the crust beneath it is widening, centimeter by centimeter, year by year. In millions of years, that crack could divide Siberia in two. A lake becoming an ocean, right now, beneath the surface, inside Russia. Hidden fact number 2, the dead zone forests nobody talks about. Russia contains the largest forest on Earth. It's called the taiga, stretching over 5.5 million square kilometers across the northern reaches of the country. This forest produces so much oxygen that scientists call it the lungs of the northern hemisphere. Not the lungs of Russia, the lungs of the northern hemisphere. But here's what they don't tell you in textbooks. Massive sections of Siberian permafrost, frozen ground that has remained solid for thousands of years, ground that entire ecosystems and ancient civilizations rest upon, are now thawing. And as they thaw, they are releasing methane gas. Not a little, not a manageable amount. Methane in quantities that alarm climate scientists across the entire world. And here's where it gets strange. There are craters appearing in Siberia. Enormous holes in the earth, some over 50 meters wide, blasting open without warning, caused by underground methane building up pressure until the frozen ground above it simply explodes. The local communities living near these craters have a name for them. They call them gateways to the underworld. Scientists call them something else. They call them a ticking clock. Hidden fact number 3, Russia's ghost towns. Across Siberia and the far north, there are hundreds of abandoned cities. And I want you to understand, these are not small villages. These are not ghost towns in the Old West sense, a few wooden buildings falling apart in the desert. We are talking about entire industrial cities, built during the Soviet era. Apartment blocks standing 10, 15 stories tall. Hospitals, schools, cinemas, theaters, factories, sports halls, all completely empty. All slowly being swallowed by ice and time. One of the most haunting is a place called Pyramiden, a Soviet coal mining town built on an Arctic island, fully functioning until 1998, when it was abandoned almost overnight. The clock stopped the day the workers left. Pianos still sit in the cultural center, untouched. A massive statue of Lenin still stands, staring out over a frozen harbor, watching over a town that no longer exists. Russia is full of places like this. Places that time didn't just forget. Places that time ran away from. Now, let's talk about the other side of Russia. The side that isn't measured in kilometers or forests or frozen lakes. The side measured in kilotons. Russia inherited the full nuclear arsenal of the Soviet Union, and it remains to this day the largest nuclear stockpile in the world. No other nation on Earth comes close. Current estimates put Russia's total nuclear warheads at approximately 6,200. Of those, around 1,600 are actively deployed, loaded, targeted, and ready to launch. To put that into perspective, a single Russian RS-28 Sarmat missile, nicknamed Satan II by NATO analysts, carries enough destructive power to obliterate an area the size of France. One missile, one. But the warheads themselves are not the most chilling part of Russia's nuclear story. Not by a long way. Hidden fact number 4. The Dead Hand System. Here is something that should genuinely keep you awake at night. The height of the Cold War, Soviet military scientists designed and built a system called Perimeter. It became known by another name, Dead Hand. The logic behind it was as terrifying as it was rational. Soviet leadership feared a scenario where an American first strike would wipe out the entire Soviet command structure. The generals, the politicians, the decision makers, all in one blow. If that happened, no one would be left to authorize retaliation. So they built a solution. If Soviet leadership was eliminated and communications went dark, and nuclear detonations were detected on Soviet soil, a semi-automated system would take over, without any human being pressing any button, without any human being making any decision. Dead Hand would detect the attack. It would verify that communications with leadership had ceased, and then it would launch a full retaliatory nuclear strike automatically against targets pre-programmed into the system. A machine, choosing to end the world on its own. Here's the part that almost nobody talks about. Dead Hand was never officially dismayed. Russian officials have hinted at it. Western intelligence agencies believe it. Defense analysts have written about it. Some version of this system, this ghost in the machine, is believed to still be operational today. A Cold War relic, still running, still watching, still waiting for the conditions that would tell it to act. Hidden fact number 5. The secret nuclear cities. During the Soviet era, Russia didn't just build nuclear weapons. It built entire cities to support the program. And these were not ordinary cities. These cities did not appear on any map. They had no official names, only code names. The people who lived and worked in them could not tell their own families where they were. Their mail was routed through fake postal addresses in other cities. They were, for all official purposes, invisible. At the height of the Cold War, there were 44 of these secret nuclear cities spread across the Soviet Union.